if you look at the thumbnail, I don't know this rapper's name. Let me. Well, we can do it. We haven't done a poll in a while. What's gonna be the poll? Uh, Lil Wayne. Cause that was a Lil Wayne. Is the best rapper or the greatest rapper? Dun 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 dun. That's what. Those are the only two options. Lil Wayne, the best rapper or the greatest rapper? Dun 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 dun. Both of them. Dun 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 dun. It's Weezy F baby. Dun 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 dun. So whoever this rapper was, he said. Now he also, prefaced and said that he has reference or he like, he has a level of respect because for Lil Wayne and certain people because he was like that's how he learned how to rap and how he was inspired to rap based off what what I'm saying. Wayne is an inspiration and somebody you look up to in that regards. But he said as I grew up and matured, he has a disdain for Lil Wayne, and because he was like he's like he don't be rapping about nothing. So, and then it was like I can only name like one song where he actually I guess talked about something that was not I guess with vulgarity and this and the third. So, I'm just like, what am I trying to say? My main standpoint is that music is for entertainment. Music is for entertainment. It is not for education, right? I also do not okay, because those conscious rappers. I don't want to listen to Common. I don't want to listen to J. Cole. I don't want to listen to I don't want to hear that. I want to listen to it. You know what I'm saying? It is not for that. Now, I'm also of the and to double down and to make more of an emphasis on the point, I don't care for the conversation. Like, conversation does not change the severity of whatever that is going to be whatever talked about or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Music is for entertainment. It is not for education. Primarily. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not listening to music for them to talk about us, whatever topic or this and that third. You know what I'm saying? Because that's one of the things that people be trying to say, like, oh, this rapper don't be rapping about nothing. But when they say nothing, they only rap about those few topics this and that third. I'm not listening to music to hear about stock investments, rental properties. I'm not do you ever yeah, I'm trying to look for a song that's about how do I go about buying a rental property so that I can lease it out to people and make money from it. I'm trying to look for a song that I can learn how to flip houses, or I'm trying to look for a song that teaches me about investment. I'm looking for a song that teaches me how to trade stocks and bonds. I'm looking for a song that will teach me about Bitcoin. I'm looking for a song. That's not what the fuck you're looking for music to do. So I hate when people say that. I hate when people sit here and say like, oh, what, and then and I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I don't know, and I'm also gonna take the insensitive standpoint on this hill by myself. Like, I don't know what's going on in Gaza, and I don't care. And if there was a song that talked about what's going on in Gaza, that doesn't change what's happening in Gaza. I know something's going on over there. It has no effect or no bearing on me. So why I don't want to listen to a song about that. I don't know what's going on in Israel. So, but if somebody put that in a song, I don't want to hear a song about that. I don't want to hear a song about world news. If I want to learn about what's going on in the world, I would watch the news. If I want, like, I'm not listening to music for anything political. I would go put myself in a political space. If I want to go learn something, I'll go pick up a book. I'll go find. I'm not looking for music to do that. So I don't, and nobody else is. Nobody is looking for music to teach them something. So I hate when people say that. Oh, this person's not rapping about anything. If they did, you're not looking for that song? You don't want to listen to that? It's not what you're doing it for. Music is not for education. So stop trying to say like, oh, this rapper doesn't, all they talk about is this. Bitch, it's music. It's for you to either dance to, vibe to. You might be cleaning around the house. You might be whatever. But you're not listening to music for education. Now, if in a school sense, yeah, Schoolhouse Rocks, or they got some song, Conjunction Junction, What's Your Function? Like, you know what I'm saying? Those to teach you a little about this and that third. But bro, y'all act like I can't stand when somebody gets up there and want to sit here and talk about like, oh, this rapper don't rap about nothing. You have rappers who have done music and stuff like that, but it doesn't, oh man, yeah, this person was rapping about financial literacy. That clickbait term. Nobody's financially literate. Nobody. Nobody. And the reason you say that, and I can sit here and say that, is because if somebody knew how, if people knew how to get rich, everybody would be rich. As many books as there are about X, Y, and Z, keyword, I said books. As many as the rich people don't even be knowing why they rich. Because there's plenty of people doing the same thing they do and they ain't rich. You're not looking for music to teach you something. And then so my other point was just the fact that like, just the talking about it does not change it. If you get up here and make a song about slavery, it doesn't change the fact that slavery would, you know what I'm saying, exists in such a way. Or this and the third. If you get up here and talk about something like you say, oh, this is an important topic. Why don't they talk about this topic? Okay, make a song about it. That doesn't change it. That doesn't change the situation. It doesn't change what people are doing about it. It doesn't change anything. So what's the point of having a conversation? What's the point of putting that in a song? And then how many songs the person got to make for it to be like, oh yeah, this is a really conscious hip hop rap? Don't nobody care. There are people who have that, and they're what? You're not listening to their music. Because if you cared about it, it would then be mainstream. It's not that hard. Whatever y'all want it to be mainstream music, if you wanted conscious music, if you wanted music that, oh man, I want to hear music about stocks, bonds, investments, Bitcoin, rental properties, financial literacy, you know what I'm saying? If you wanted the music to be about that, you would listen to that, and then they would be like, man, people are not listening to this music. They ain't listening to the twerk music no more. They don't want to hear about the guns, rap. They don't want to hear about the hoes. They don't want to hear about the drugs. They don't want to hear. They not listening to that no more. But what? You don't want to be in. You want to be in a club and have the bitches twerking. So let's make more music for that. You want to hear about them talk about the lifestyles that you'll never live. You don't want to hear about that shit. You don't want to hear about or if you do hear the struggle rap, the struggle bars. I was eating the oodles and noodles. Now I'm eating lobsters and steak. Oh, they don't want to listen to Drake, the Meek Millie. I got the big billies. I'm a hillbilly. I'm talking real silly. Y'all don't hear that. Bro, they got the struggle bars of the shit that you're going through. Don't nobody, like, they don't change what the hell going on. All they wanted was they wanted the files. They got the files. No X files. But I like tarantulas and snakes. I'm talking reptiles. You see what I'm saying? You don't want to hear about like if there was a bitch, they got the ABC song. They got a there are song. Whatever you want, bro. Why I don't like when people sit here and try to say that they want the music to teach them something. Even if the music was, because so here's the other point. Even if a song had talked about whatever it is, how to file taxes, should you go with exempt? What's the difference between filing, single, sole proprietorship, a LLC? Even if a song was about that, it's not going to teach you. It's one thing to mention it, right? So what's the point of mentioning these things in a song? It's not going to teach you how to fill out that application. It's not going to teach you the difference between, oh, well, if you put what's the thing? How many exemptions? I think it's exemptions or something like if you should do 0 or 1. And should you do 0 or 1, right? And that's just based off of if you and you have a choice to do that, right? But knowing the difference between the two, let me try to think here. If you put 0 or 1 of the two takes more out of your check. And it's just things kind of sort of balance out. Once you file your taxes, you're supposed to get that back anyway, right? So some people just like to have more of their money throughout the year and less of it when it comes down to like the filing of taxes and stuff like that. Or, what I'm saying, some people will just go and just say like, well, I'll just keep the little 10%. I'll keep the little 10% as I'm going through. You know what I'm saying? Some people like, and on the business side, they'll make sure that like, okay, this is one of the reasons why when they say, oh, you can't use your card to make certain purchases. It has to be this minimum. And that's because when it comes to like a debit transaction, they have to incur that fee. And so that's one, they give you a minimum so that it's like, well, it's kind of sort of worth either charging that fee or that they have to incur that, or they just don't think it's worth it. Like that's why sometimes they're like, it's a $3 minimum or $5 minimum to use your credit or debit card because there's an added associated fee within that transaction outside of the taxes that you whatchamacallit. And so it's things like that, right? So what is the point of having a song and music for that? There's no point. That's what I just don't get, man. I don't get why. I don't like when people make that point and that standpoint on some like, they don't ever talk about this, that, and the third. Even if they did, one, you didn't learn anything. Like the current conversion rate between the U.S. dollar and the Great Britain, the British pound, that don't matter to you, right? You're not thinking about that because you ain't traveling. How strong is your dollar when you travel? Where could you go and it actually seems like you'll have more? Or if you go somewhere else and it potentially like you'll have less. Even if a song talks about certain things, it is not going to change. You don't now know more. There and again, like even if in a song, how in depth is it going to go so that you have a better understanding of one, not just it putting it on your mind, that topic, but how much is it a song going to give you an understanding of the topic so that you can apply it in your daily life or even in that instance, right? That's one. Or two, if a song talks about a current, injustice, that doesn't change the actions you're going to take. And I'm saying beyond conversation. I do not like people who post things to make it seem as if they're aware. You're not doing anything. Your post doesn't change that injustice that's currently happening. That if I had to because I was talking circularly around it, but I think that's like it in a nutshell, right? Just because you mention a topic does not change the injustice or the status of it. And a song is not doing that either. A song about a societal or economic situation does not change. A song is not going to change the economy. A song is not going to change what's happening in that sector of the world. So why are you going to sit here and knock an artist or a rapper for not mentioning or talking about it? You can go make your own little post about it, and it didn't change nothing. So why you want to sit here and say that about music? That's not the purpose for it. And they're like, music makes you feel. Exactly. It makes you move. Exactly. It's not political. It's not economical. This is not economics. It's not it music is not for that. So I do not like when people take that standpoint of saying like, oh, this rapper doesn't talk about this, that, and the third. So what? So what? If people wanted that type of music, they would listen to it. And if they had such a big, but no, the shorties want to go to the club and shake that head. Watch yourself. That's what they want to. Imagine going to the club and they talking about, all right, y'all, we're gonna talk about economics, philosophy, and rhetoric. Oh, what the? I'm trying to see. I'm trying to cop a feel. I'm trying. What is you doing? Like even if imagine you washing dishes and they start talking about and you playing the music and the music start talking about whatever bad situation is going on in whatever part. It's something bad happening everywhere. But you talk about you like, I'm washing dishes. I don't want to be depressed. I need something to get me through this activity. I was listening to Biggie one time, washing dishes, and I got hyped. I was like, I ain't never heard these Biggie songs. And that joint was funny. Whatever he was talking about was funny. But he's talking about the bitches and the hoes. And his funny story in life about them. Whether it was true or not, I don't know. But I don't know. That's my 2 cents that ain't nobody asked for. Who came up with the term 2 cents? Who came up with that anyway? Okay, if we even take that, right? If we even take it with, oh, they and this what they just, like I said, you don't have to listen to it, right? Every day you got a chance and a choice. We could all collectively say, all right, guys, we're not listening to no more twerk music, no more trap, none of that drill. We ain't listening to none of it. We gonna listen to such and such, and we gonna, cause that's the whole thing with everybody, right? It's gonna, they can't, it's like y'all act like they make y'all listen to it. You got your own little playlist on whatever app, Apple Music, Spotify, and you got your own little playlist. How much of all the songs you put on your playlist, how much did you say like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make sure I put this on the playlist. My playlist is only gonna be songs that are positive about and speak uplift and such about the people. But no. Go make your gym playlist. Go make your gym playlist. I want you to put your and you see what I'm saying? It's stuff like that. It's just as simple as that. Just as simple as that. Go make your gym playlist and tell me how much and go in with the intention of I'm only gonna put songs that deal with, the whatever that y'all want to talk about. Whatever y'all want to talk about it. Yeah. When they start twerking, it's real hypnotic. It got me in a trance. Let me see the dance. So no, it does. Okay. I'm trying. I don't know if there's any other points I want to make. Let's see. The one point that being made is, don't nobody care. Don't nobody want to hear that. Because if y'all did, y'all would listen to more of it. It's not that hard. It's really not that hard. You just listen. Go listen to that, and choose not to listen to the vulgarity of everything else. It's not that hard. I'm trying to. If you want to find a song in music that talks about world news and what's going on in politics, the injustices are all over the world. If you really care that much, go make a song. Go make your own song. I don't care that much. That's not what I'm looking for. The song I made, you know the first thing I talk about? A honey bun. I'm gonna have some fun. Food. Somebody need to make a mixtape about food. That's all right. We can do that. Spaghetti. Pizza. Yeah, we can make some music about food. I don't hear no music about no daggone whatever's going on in the rest of the world. Like I said, your little post, your woke post didn't change what's going on in the rest of the world. Keep making your woke post. It changes. It makes a difference. All your woke posts makes a difference. For sure. For sure. Anything else I want to say about that? Oh, wasn't that Jay-Z's last album? Ain't Jay-Z's last album called 444 and he was talking about something that why y'all ain't hype that up? Why y'all ain't made that number one? That was exactly what y'all wanted. Gave y'all what y'all was asking for. Ain't that what y'all asked for? Jay-Z had to. There were some people that liked it. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, somebody gonna like it. Anybody trying to listen to that? I couldn't name a song on that album. Couldn't name a song. You don't want to listen to it. That was Jay-Z had an album. Just whatchamacallit. Ain't nobody hype that up. Hype me up. I hype me up. Boom, 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 boom. On who? On me. Yeah. And why is it so? And the whole other part, right? Depending on, let's say that you really wanted to learn about something. The other than, if it's a question to be posed, what source would you go? What source would you go to learn about something? We surveyed 100 people. Top 5 answers on the board. Well, who the 100 people that you surveyed? It's as easy as that. If I had to sit here and ask, okay, if you want to learn about something, what source do you go to learn? I guarantee you, if I ask 100 people, what source do they go to try to learn something? Not one of them would say music. So stop trying to act like music should be a source for you to learn. I really don't like that. I really don't like. They don't be rapping about nothing. They don't be rapping about nothing. Music is not a source for you to go try to learn something. Why is it so hard to pick up a book? But we live in a time where you don't have to go pick up a book. So then, what's it? Okay, so if a book, because it's like top 5 answers on the board. If you had to go learn about anything, you don't even, you see what I'm saying? You'll go watch a video to go learn how to play a guitar. You can read a book on how to cook. Whatever you want to learn about, you're not looking for music to be the source of learning about it. You're going to go watch a video. You're going to go read a book. That's so hard to do. You're going to go talk to somebody. Conversation. Ask the person who's in that field or who knows more than that's in the third. That's where you'll get your education from. It's not going to be the music. You're not looking to music to teach you nothing. So I really don't like that standpoint. When people say that, they don't be rapping. Bro, it's not what it's for. Entertainment purposes. They have those songs when you was going through school about how to teach you about how to memorize certain things. That song was for that. What else do you want to sit here and have a song for? Educational music. I ain't listening to it. For sure. Yeah. It ain't popping. And the people have the choice to make it popping. The people have a choice. If they was just like, oh man, everybody's listening to this now, we should push this. And they would know. The people have the clear choice about what is in front of them, and they're not doing it. Scruff McGruff. Hey, you know what? We all let Lionel, the Dare Lion, we all let him down. We let him down. They had all that stuff. Man, if you ain't never seen them whatchamacallits in the 80s, oh, if you ain't seen them Crack is Whack and all them, they had all that stuff back in the 80s. And look what happened. They had them songs telling people to stay away from this, that, and that. Don't do drugs. They used to have them commercials. This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. Move it or lose it. They used to show you put the little frying pan. Look where that left us. Look at that. Look where we at now. They had all of that stuff. You got what you asked for, and you see the effect it did not have. This did not have the desired income or outcome that you thought it was. No. So that's just my 5 cents on that. That's my dollar on that. Can we say something different? My 2 cents. No. Because that means that's my dollar on that. That's my dollar. Down. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else. I don't think I have any other points to make. I think that was enough. That's my response though to that. No Lil Wayne slander will be tolerated. Cause he could have said somebody else, bro. He could have said somebody else. It will not be tolerated. I'm standing on this hill. I'm standing on it. Real deal Holyfield.